YouTuber sued for $100K over this prank. Okay, what kind of prank did you do to go in jail? Not to go to jail, to get sued $100,000, gang. What the fuck did you do? Anyways, credits a shout out obviously goes to AugustTheDuck. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight to it. And before we actually begin, make sure you guys like and sub, because I'm gonna be uploading like this every single day. So yeah, let's just get straight to it. 100,000 is crazy.
I'm going to do one more time. You catch the curry. Just like a wedding, like Justin Bieber family.
All right, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room right off the bat. Yes, believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, I am aware of the fact that I sound like I have two pencils stuck up my nose right now. The allergy monster is currently fucking me raw, and the last thing I need is hundreds of comments reminding me of that fact. So, if we could all be adults about this, if we could all be kind. You know, if you must comment something, maybe comment on how brave I am for uploading a video in such a vulnerable state. A lesser man would shy away from a challenge. That's not me, though. So, glad we got that straightened out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is looking like 2026 is shaping out to be a halfway decent year. Now, yes, that might only ring super true if you're willing to ignore quite a lot, but at least in the category of dumbass influencers being held responsible for their shitty actions, this might be one of our best years yet. Now, the YouTuber we're talking about today is somebody that we talked about earlier this year after he went into a movie theater to film a quote prank video where he walks into the different theaters and yells he has a gun, because I guess to the average YouTube prankster, making somebody think that they're about to be the victim of a mass shooting is super funny. That's right, boys and girls.
What the fuck kind of prank is that? You know, you're just saying that people can get seizures or some shit. But okay, I understand it's a prank. Do pranks, but don't get it this far, making people getting seizures and run away over a fucking prank, bro. No way. And obviously 100K. I think because you're a YouTuber, 100K for you sounds a lot, but at the same time, it's like you got the money. I can pay 100K. I think so far he is safe. I think he's out there thinking of his next prank to pull, or he learned his lesson, God knows.
Today we are unfortunately once again talking about the YouTuber Fike, who has recently been sued by a university for a video that he filmed where he went into a lecture, cooked curry, and threw it at students. This guy really is a national hero. But seriously, this lawsuit looks like it could end up being pretty bad for this guy, and I mean, considering the fact that he so kindly recorded.
So he got sued for on a university. Okay. He got sued by the university. I thought he got sued by the movie theater for screaming he has a gun. That's what I thought. But no, he got sued by a university, 100K, for cooking and throwing butter chicken at the kids. I think the kids wanted this, no? The kids look happy. Let's just see.
Uploaded him doing everything to YouTube. Seems like something that he won't be able to wiggle out of all that easily. So we're going to take a look at the information that's available right now. We're also going to take a look at the video that seemed to have started all this, and we'll go from there.
Let's begin. It smells good.
Okay, so based off the extensive research that I've done, which has included reading over 3 articles and watching 2 of Fike's YouTube videos, so you know, some pretty grueling shit, so if you wouldn't mind following me on Instagram to make it worthwhile, I'd appreciate that. But basically, from what I could tell, back in October of 2024, he went to Ontario Tech University in Oshawa, went into a lecture hall, and filmed a video titled Cooking Curry During College Lecture, where he does pretty much exactly what the title entails. He goes into this lecture hall, he pulls out a portable stove, and starts to cook while he screams in a fake accent. Real highbrow shit. That's pretty much the entire video, though. He like walks around trying to get people to taste it. He walks up to the professor, tries to get him to taste it. Eventually, after trying to call security for a while, it seems, and not having any luck, the professor like leaves to go get somebody, and then Fike runs away. Now that video seems to be what sort of started all this, but that video alone is not why this lawsuit ended up being filed. According to everything I've read, the reason this lawsuit was actually filed is because last October, in 2025, Fike went back to the same college and did the same thing over again, uploading another video titled the exact same thing. However, this time he does shit a lot more aggressively. He disrupts multiple classes. He's throwing food on the walls, on the floors, on the ceilings. He's throwing shit onto the students. He also gets into multiple verbal and almost physical confrontations with multiple different students who are rightfully annoyed that he's doing this shit during a class that they have to pay for. And this video is what triggered this lawsuit being filed. And according to this article, the university has already secured an injunction barring Fike from its property, but is still pursuing a claim for at least $50,000 in punitive damages, plus a further so far unquantified award based on the YouTuber's income from the prank videos. Further down, it says last November, the injunction was granted, which prevents Fike from entering the Ontario Tech campus and ordered him to pay the university $44,000, which I'm sure cannot feel very good.
But what happened before, like in 2017, 2016, when the prank used to be like, I'm calling the cops to order pizza? That's like one of a cruel prank. Sure, cops can get mad and kill you if they want to, but at least it wasn't a lawsuit where you had to pay a fucking $100,000 over a fucking prank. Holy shit. Honestly, like, where are we going through this? What's 2027? Hanging my body as a prank? What the fuck? I don't even know why I said that on you. I think I'm getting banned, bro. What the fuck?
Also, doesn't seem very good is this legal team that Fike has hired, putting out statements like the YouTube channel is operated by an acquaintance of Fike's who lives in Pakistan, and that the YouTube channel is not operated for profit, nor has that ever been the intended purpose. They continue saying that creating content is a hobby which he does with a bona fide intention of making his viewers happy and entertaining them. All content posted is greatly exaggerated, dramatized, heavily edited, and is not a true representation of real-world events, and is meant to be satirical and or comical. Which, I'm not a lawyer, but I don't really know how well this idea is going to hold up, that this YouTube video that you are filming out in public with people who are not associated with your
my
YouTube
god,
channel.
look at the roof. Oh my fucking days. How, as a janitor, you expect me to come up there and clean this with a fucking ladder? Go home, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, that's a 100k worth of damage right here, bro.
Not in on the joke, is somehow not a representation of real-world events. I mean, this isn't a fucking video game loading screen. A video of you doing something out in public is most certainly a representation of a real-world event. Also, I feel like the discovery phase of this lawsuit is going to be a real headache for Fike and his legal team when they have to explain how this monetized YouTube channel that seems to be Fike's main source of income, with years worth of ad revenue, statements, tax filings, maybe some sponsorships here and there, is somehow not operated for profit. Fike and his team also claim that due to it being a public university that he was welcome on campus, and he denies that the university is entitled to any of the proceeds from his videos, stating that the university manufactured its own losses by waiting an entire year before taking any action to address his posts, which doesn't really seem to be applicable here. From what I understand of this is a relatively common legal defense, and it has to do with like mitigation of damages. Basically, like an easy example is if like your neighbor's tree falls on your roof and it creates a big hole in your roof, but for some reason you wait, let's say, a year to do anything about it, and in that time there's a big rainstorm and your house floods because you have a giant hole in your roof. You might get to court and your neighbor's defense might be, okay, look, I'll pay for your roof, but that rainstorm didn't happen till last month. It's not my fault you waited a year to do anything, therefore it's not my fault your house flooded, and that's a real defense. But I don't really see that sort of thinking applying to this for multiple reasons. One, I don't really think the damages that they're seeking have anything to do with the time it took for them to file this lawsuit, and two, it doesn't seem like they really took a whole lot of time to file this lawsuit. Like I mentioned earlier, they got an injunction in November, which was 1 month after this video got uploaded, which barred him from returning to the campus, which in my opinion shows that they were being proactive about it, and the lawsuit was filed last month. That seems like a pretty normal timeline to putting a lawsuit together. So to me, at least, I feel like these initial defense statements are kind of silly. The one thing that I will say is that I'm kind of curious to see how the university claims that they got to these numbers. $50,000 in punitive damages for something like this does seem like a pretty significant amount, and on top of that, they're looking for an award based off of Fike's income from the prank videos, which I think is definitely fair. And honestly, I'm not even saying that I don't think that that amount for punitive damages is fair. If you don't know what punitive damages are, basically they're like extra penalties that are there solely to punish the defendant. So like, for example, this $50K is not meant to compensate the university for something.
Yo, what the fuck are you doing? You're a grown ass man doing this shit as well. I mean, it's fair. Two students are pissed. I mean, I don't blame them. At the end of the day, you did pay, and universities ain't cheap. You know that. It's like 20 to 80 to 100K a year. So fair enough. It's based on the unit. Since it's public, I don't think it's expensive. Maybe let's just say 20K or 30K. But that's still a lot. That's still a lot. Like, I don't know why is he doing this in the university. If you go to school, I'll say sure, cause school ain't that much, but that's a uni, bro. Come on, bro.
exist solely to punish Fike. So it's not like they're claiming that they lost 50k. They want Fike to have to hand over 50k purely as a punishment. And I don't think that's like outrageous or anything, especially considering the fact that he made 2 videos and the second one was much more aggressive. What I'm really interested in is them seeking damages based off how much he made from these videos, because I bet it was a pretty fucking good amount of money. These videos are both over 8 minutes long, and combined they have like 15 million views. Assuming that he had no monetization issues, like assuming that neither of these videos got restricted in any way, that's easily like 60 to 80 grand worth of ad revenue. So I mean, if the judge determines that the university is owed that, that's gonna really fucking suck for Fike. And I mean, as it should. The dudes who do shit like this for a living have been getting away with it way too easily for way too long, and it's genuinely a nice change of pace to see people going after these guys civilly and legally. And honestly, I think these civil suits getting more and more common is going to be the biggest deterrent to people making this sort of content. It seems like the average person uploading shit like this could not possibly care less about getting like a minor charge on their record, but have them pay 100 grand for making a stupid prank video, and suddenly I'm sure a lot of people are going to be thinking twice before they go into a university to do some dumb shit like this. Maybe Fike won't care though, since this channel is not for profit. Maybe he'll just see it as part of the price for pursuing his hobby. Seems reasonable to me. Well guys, what are your thoughts? Like I said, I'm curious to see how this all plays out in court. Personally, I didn't even know that you could sue a person in Canada. I thought that you were just supposed to like ask them politely for an apology, and if that fails, then you are legally required to just forgive them anyways. So this is all news to me. But seriously though, like I mentioned, I feel like some people might look at the whole punitive damage thing and they might be like, really? 50 grand? That's not what I think. I'm never gonna take the side of a YouTube prankster, so shit, I say charge him 5 billion. But I am curious to see how that goes down in front of a judge. At the very least, even if this lawsuit doesn't really pan out in favor of the university, it is legal fees, it's time wasted, it's something to think about before this guy or any other prankster who sees this goes out and films something stupid. So I mean, that's a win regardless. I'm always going to bring this up though whenever I talk about content like this. Why YouTube continues to allow this in the first place, I don't get it. It seems very much against their like mission statement these days, but I guess whatever's making money makes money, right? Guess we shouldn't really be all that surprised. See ya.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, the prank ain't that extreme, but still, yeah, you did some damage. It's like the fucking roof is all covered with curry, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's too much, bro. And again, the prank is kind of dumb. I think people prank nowadays. I don't know why. I didn't see a stream where someone pranks. Unless if the pranks go too far and you have to pay like over 100k to 1 million, which is kind of stupid. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy that video. Make sure you guys like and sub, because I'm going to be uploading like these every single day. And without further ado, hope you guys have a blessing day. See you guys with the next one, and peace.